Douglas High School seniors started the spring semester on better footing after taking several winter intercession courses. An investigation conducted by the Oklahoma City School District last year uncovered a scandal involving grade fixing and absence fraud. The former Douglas High School principal, Brian Staples, has since resigned. However, the years of mismanagement have left more than 100 students with gaps in the transcripts. Many seniors spent the first weeks of their holiday breaks not where they wanted. Yes, they were in school trying to earn the necessary credits to get their high school diplomas. Here with some more information is the Oklahoman's Carrie Coppernaw. Thanks so much for your time today. I appreciate that.
Of course.
You've been following this story. It's your beat after all. And Carrie, how many of these students are on track to graduate? I guess that's the big question here.
Well, they absolutely made progress during winter intersession. There were about 40 students who earned a semester's worth of credit during the winter intersession. The scores are still out for some of the EOI end of instruction tests, state mandated testing. So we'll know at the end of February, beginning of March, how many are moving towards that progress to graduation column, but it looks promising so far.
All right, so what are some of the options that these students have as far as completing their courses and graduating?
Well, right now, at the beginning of the semester, they've started night school, which means that they have a short break after the school day ends, and then they start a 3-hour class after that. And so the kids are going to school from 3:30 to 6:30. The community is providing them meals, and they're doing an intensive study. Some classes are larger. They have about 7 students, and some of the classes only have 1 kid in them. And they're catching up on everything from Algebra 1 to history to technology, and they'll be doing that through this semester. And then during spring break, they'll do another intercession class. And then if there's still some kids who need to make some progress, they'll go to summer school.
Pretty heavy immersion for these students to get caught up and to learn. What's the day look like from them? What time do they get started? And I've been out of school for so long, I don't know at this point. And
well, high school gets started pretty early. It's earlier than middle school and the elementary schools. So some of these kiddos are in school almost for 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
So they're there all day.
Well, I guess the effort is being made, and what has been the response from the students and perhaps more importantly, their parents?
You know, it's interesting because there initially was a lot of frustration, as you can imagine, but you know, I just talked to some of the students last week, and they really have such a positive attitude. You know, I think of myself as a high school kid, I would have been furious if I had to go to school this long every day, but all of them have this attitude of this is where we are, this is what we got to do, and they are very calm and they are understanding and they're ready to go. I mean, they are prepared and ready to learn and just see it as something that happens. Mistakes were made and they're ready to get their diplomas.
You know, that's good to hear because I think all of us, when we're in school, whether it's high school or college, at some point you just want to get out.
Yes.
But that education is key, especially at this point in their lives.
You know, it's interesting. The principal there, the interim principal, Barbara Davis, I asked her, how do you keep your kids motivated? And she said, you have to remind them that this is just one moment. Once you get past that moment, your diploma, you'll have your diploma in hand, and then you'll look back and realize, okay, that was just one tough part and it was totally worth it. So they're really trying to keep all the kids motivated.
Specifically, that's a very good example, but as a metaphor for life, that's also pretty good and a good lesson for them. All right, Carrie Coppernaw, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
More from Carrie, of course, every day in the Oklahoman, covering the education beat, and plenty can be found online at newsok.com as well.